You go to the gym, you track your protein, you sleep 8 hours, you take supplements that didn't even exist 20 years ago. And yet, if you stood next to a human from 50,000 years ago, you would almost certainly lose in a fight. Not because they trained harder, not because they wanted it more, but because their body was built by something that yours has been slowly walking away from for 10,000 years. Here is what actually happened to the human body and why the strongest version of you is probably weaker than the average version of them. Let us start with bone. In 2015, a team of researchers at Cambridge University led by Colin Shaw published a study comparing the leg bones of modern humans to those of ancient hunter-gatherers and early agricultural populations. What they found was striking. The bones of people who lived before farming, people who walked, ran, climbed, and carried as a daily necessity, were significantly denser, more curved, and more robust than the bones of people living today. Not just a little different, dramatically different. The kind of difference you now only see in elite endurance athletes. Bone does not just sit there, it responds. Every time you load it, through running, jumping, carrying heavy things, it remodels itself, adding density and strength at the points of stress. Your ancient ancestor loaded their bones every single day of their life without exception. Not in a gym for an hour, all day, every day, for their entire life, from childhood. The result was a skeleton that modern humans simply do not develop anymore, because we no longer ask our bodies to. Now look at grip strength. A 2016 study published in the American Journal of Physical Anthropology measured the hand bones of ancient humans against modern people, including modern athletes. The conclusion was uncomfortable. The average ancient human had a grip strength that would place them among the top percentile of modern people today. Not the average modern person, the top. And these were not warriors or hunters selected for exceptional ability. These were ordinary people. Farmers, foragers, everyday members of their communities. Your grip is weak not because you are weak, but because you have spent your life in an environment that never demanded grip strength from you. Door handles, keyboards, steering wheels, nothing you touch daily requires you to hold on for survival. Now think about what these people were actually doing with their bodies. Anthropologist Herman Ponce spent years studying the Hadza people of Tanzania, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth, measuring their daily energy expenditure and activity levels. What he found overturned a common assumption. The Hadza were not burning dramatically more calories than sedentary Westerners, but they were moving almost constantly. Low intensity, continuous, varied movement. Squatting, walking, digging, carrying, climbing. Not bursts of intense exercise followed by hours of sitting. Just persistent, uninterrupted physical engagement with the world. The human body evolved for exactly that. Not for the gym, for the world, for daily, full-body, lifelong movement that never really stopped. And then there is the pain threshold question. This one is harder to measure, but the evidence is consistent. People who live in physically demanding environments and people who have always lived that way develop a different relationship with physical discomfort than those who do not. This is not toughness in the motivational poster sense. It is neurological. The brain calibrates what counts as threatening pain versus tolerable discomfort based on lifetime exposure. An ancient human who had been walking barefoot on uneven terrain since they could walk would not register the same signals as painful that a modern human, cushioned, climate-controlled, and sedentary would. The nervous system adapts to what it regularly experiences. We have softened, not morally, neurologically, but here is where it gets more complicated and more interesting. Ancient humans were not stronger than modern humans in every way. In fact, there are specific kinds of strength that modern humans have that ancient people never could have developed because the demands that produce them did not exist. Maximal 1-rep strength, the kind you measure in powerlifting, is something modern strength athletes almost certainly have more of than any ancient human. The ancient body was built for endurance, versatility, and resilience. It was not built for the specific, isolated, maximally loaded movements that a modern strength training program produces. A Neanderthal could probably walk further, carry more for longer, and recover faster from daily physical labor than even a well-trained modern human. But a modern Olympic weightlifter could almost certainly lift a heavier barbell for a single repetition than any ancient human who ever lived, said Bicot.